The formula that you have been making for these past few months when it's been warmer has been a lot harder of a product. What's up, my beautiful entrepreneurs? Now, I know you love a good body butter formula, but are you prepared for a winter body butter formula with key ingredients that really help to moisturize your skin? This is not like your average body butter. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the video. And for this formula, I have a really powerful butter that's gonna really help take it over the top. And by the way, it's not shea butter. One of the main reasons why I decided to think of a winter body butter is because I think it's really important to have different formulas when it comes to your winter body butter and your summer body butter. The formula that you have been making for these past few months when it's been warmer has been a lot harder of a product because you want it to stand against the hot climate. You want to make sure that when you are shipping it out that it's not going to melt on your customers, which is extremely important. But if you were to use that same exact formula in the winter time, it would be extremely hard. People would not be able to use it. You'll have to really dig your skin in to use it. And honestly, if I gotta work hard to use the product, it's just gonna end up in the back of the cabinet and I'm not gonna use it. And you don't want that to happen. You want to make sure that people are able to still use the product, still get that soft feel that they would normally expect from your product during the winter time. Alright, so now first let's talk about each ingredient. Now with this winter body butter, I wanted to make sure that I found ingredients that were going to be extremely moisturizing but still create a really soft butter because you don't want your butter to be too hard. So with our first ingredient we're going to be using is Kokum Butter. Now with Kokum Butter, it's very similar to cocoa butter. It's a really great alternative to that, but with the Kokum Butter it's not going to have a lot of the cocoa smell and that earthy smell that you get with cocoa butter. It still has a bit of an earthy tone and smell to it, but it's not as strong and is still just as hard as cocoa butter, so you really get that firmness that you need within your body butter. Now with the next ingredient, we're going to be using unfractionated coconut oil. Now with your unfractionated coconut oil, this is still going to be firm at room temperature also, so it really helps to bring in a little bit more firmness, but it's not going to be as hard as adding in more Kokum Butter, as in adding in more beeswax or some type of wax to bring firmness. It's not going to be as firm, so you're still going to have a lot of softness with the unfractionated coconut oil, but a little bit of firmness with it as well, so you kind of get 2 in 1 there. Now your next ingredient is going to be Cetearyl Alcohol. Now with this is really important to help bring in more thickness to your body butter, but what it does is add more thickness but take away that buttery feel or that oily feel that you would normally get when you're adding in more butter. Now our next ingredient is going to be Arrowroot Powder. Now with Arrowroot Powder, this really helps to bring in a lot more of a luxurious feel to the body butter, but its main focus is to help to kind of soak up that oiliness and make it not feel as oily, and to really help again bring like more of a luxury feel to it. But if you really find that the body butter is too oily, a lot of times the Arrowroot Powder is going to help combat that. So the Arrowroot Powder really does help out with this. Now our next ingredient is going to be vitamin E. Now I always talk about vitamin E when it comes to your oil-based products, your butter-based products, because it really helps to extend the shelf life essentially and help to make sure that the oils do not go rancid in the product, which helps to make the product last a lot longer. You don't really need a preservative here, but you really do need vitamin E. Now for our final ingredient. Now this is going to be a really big game changer when it comes to this body butter. We're making a winter body butter, so we want to make sure that it's extremely moisturizing, right?
Got it, dude.
Exactly. So when it comes to this butter, this is Cupuacu Butter. Now Cupuacu Butter is an extremely soft, beautiful butter that's very similar to shea butter, but it has it beat in a lot of qualities, and the biggest one is going to be moisturization. When it comes to Cupuacu Butter, it is actually 200% more moisturizing than shea butter.
Are you kidding me?
So when you're talking about your winter months and it's dry and your skin really needs that moisture, Cupuacu butter is going to be the butter of choice when it comes to that. So that's why I'm really using this butter instead of a mango butter, instead of a shea butter, because you really want to keep in that moisture. You want that long lasting moisture effect in this body butter, and you're going to really get that with the Cupuacu butter. So I really enjoy this butter. It has a very chocolatey yet sweet scent to it that will be a lot more pleasing in a lot of the fragrances that you will be making. So definitely give Cupuacu butter a try. But when it comes to your winter body butter, this is a perfect butter to use. Okay, so now let's get into the whole process of making your body butter. Now, if you see my step-by-step how to make body butter video, then you kind of already understand the process a little bit on how to make your body butter. But I want to go over the process a little bit more in this video. So when you are making your body butter, you want to make sure that you're taking all of your oils and your butters and allowing them to melt on a double boiler. So you're going to take your Cupuacu butter, you're going to take your Kokum butter, and the Cetearyl Alcohol and your coconut oil, and allow everything to melt together. And you're going to remove it from the double boiler for it to completely cool. And as you're allowing it to cool, you want to take it out of the fridge or the freezer, and you want to use your hand mixer and start to mix it all together. And as you allow your hand mixer to mix everything, it's going to help the process of it cooling down go by a little bit faster. Do that a couple times maybe, and you'll realize that it starts to solidify even more. Now at this point, this is where you can add in your arrowroot powder. I know sometimes people add it in before they whisk it, but I'll add it in afterwards, and it actually kind of helps to thicken it up a little bit, and it kind of makes it look a little bit more of a fluffy product. Then you want to add in your vitamin E oil and your fragrance if you're going to be using any. Now if you are interested at all in making this body butter and you want to try it out for yourself, here's my formulation card right here for you with all of the percentages. So go ahead and take a screenshot of the formula card so you can try it out for yourself. You have a great winter body butter formula, but you're also going to need a fragrance to go with it. Watch this video here where I share with you how to make a candied apple fragrance profile, and I even threw a little twist in there that's going to really bring a new twist to this candied apple fragrance. And I'll catch you in the next one.